Hello there, welcome to another episode of Geek Out and Speak Out. My name is Geeks, so here I am again. 2 in 1 day. Who knew, eh? So here I am, ready for another quick chat. And my last video was quite brief, actually. I'm quite surprised. About another movie, which I'm sure you're all eagerly anticipating. What is he going to talk about this time? What is he going to have jabs at? Because I really didn't like Five Nights at Freddy, as you could probably tell from my last video. But I thought I'd mix it up a little bit, try and balance it out a little bit. One that I didn't like, but now we're going to talk about a movie that I absolutely love. I love this movie so much, and that movie is The Batman from 2022. Now, I've just told you that I really love this movie, so I kind of buried the lead a little bit. But let me give you some reasons why. Why did I like this film? Now, there's been several iterations of Batman over just my life. Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney. There's been Batfleck. Let's not miss him out. Christian Bale. And they've all brought a certain gravitas to their Batmans. I'm not sure what the plural is. Batmans, I assume. Anyway, let's not digress into that conversation. But when they announced Robert Pattinson as the Batman, as Bruce Wayne, I will confess that my reaction was not a very positive one. I was actually more positive about Ben Affleck being a Batman than Robert Pattinson, and that's saying a lot because Batman is Batman, and I didn't think Ben Affleck pulled it off as well as he could have done. But anyway, let's not talk about Ben Affleck or Batfleck. Let's talk about Robert Pattinson. Now, I judged him unfairly for everything he's done, Twilight and post-Twilight, of course. I didn't think he had a lot between his legs. I didn't think he had enough to do Batman in his soul. I really didn't. But when I do dislike an actor for certain roles and whatever, I love it when they do prove me wrong, because he was magnificent as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Again, I love to be proved wrong in this case because he was incredible in that role. He carried the soul and the pathos that you needed for a really traumatized Bruce Wayne. Because let's face it, Bruce Wayne, he's pretty messed up. He had started off his childhood quite well until his parents got murdered in front of his eyes, and then it all went a little bit pear-shaped, and it went all batty, quite literally. But yeah, he's Robert Pattinson plays a younger Bruce Wayne. He's only just starting off being the Batman, and he's very secluded, isolated. Very introvert. That's the word I was looking for. Introverted. And yes, I thought he did it really well. There's quite a bit of Bruce Wayne in this, but a lot more of Batman, which is what I prefer. The title is The Batman, and everyone wants to see the Batman. When you don't see enough of the Batman, it annoys me a little bit. So there was plenty of Batman in this. Through a majority of the film, there's not much Bruce Wayne, more Batman. That's another thing I liked. And as I say, for the record, I did like Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Now, one of the other things that really, really pushed the good buttons of mine was that one of the classic tropes of Batman was that he was a detective above all else. He was one of the greatest detectives that ever lived. And through previous films, there hadn't been so much detecting, more butt kicking. He kicks a lot of butt in the previous movies, but he doesn't really get down into the investigation so much. But in this movie, you see Detective Batman. You see Detective Bats as he tries to piece it all together, literally in crime scenes with the police, and shows his brains, not necessarily his brawn all the time, even though he does kick some real booty in this film. You do really get to see the detective side of Batman, which I loved. I absolutely loved it. It's very film noir. There's a lot of, well, there's at the beginning and at the end, there's some nice voiceover which really takes you back to the old detective films, in black and white. And yeah, you really get to see the detective side of Batman rather than just the vigilante butt-kicking Batman. And you know, I'll be remiss without mentioning the cast that surrounds Robert Pattinson in this movie. Is just mad. You've got Zoe Kravitz playing Catwoman. You've got Paul Dano playing the Riddler, who, in my eyes, the Riddler was fantastic. I mean, his Paul Dano's performance of the Riddler was so unhinged, and so it was almost reminiscent of Kevin Spacey in Seven. Just so sinister and calculating, just psychopathic. It's brilliant. I loved his performance. Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I mean, he is unrecognisable as the Penguin, with all that makeup and everything, and I'm really looking forward to the spin-off they're doing with Colin Farrell as the Penguin. Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. An unusual choice, I thought, but still very, very good. And of course, you can't miss out Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth. I mean, I love Andy Serkis, not just for all the motion capture stuff he's done, but he's actually a really phenomenal actor. And he's getting these roles and getting these performances, and people are starting to really understand he's actually was a very good actor before he did all the Gollum stuff, before he did all the apes stuff. He's actually a really, really good actor. So, you know, I'm not going to carry on gushing about this film too much, because as you can tell, I really love this film. It's gritty. The action is really, you really feel the punches in this film. And you really feel that the enemies are really scared of Batman. He's quite spooky and he's quite freaky. Batman, he puts fear into the bad guys, which is the whole reason for him dressing as a bat. He's supposed to bring out this primordial side of fight or flight. And a lot of people should really run away from Batman because he's not a good dude. But no, it's a good, really, really good film. It's quite long, and it's not particularly fast paced. It's quite slow and plodding, but it's worth the watch. And I'll be happy to say that they are planning a sequel done by the same director, Matt Reeves. It's supposed to hopefully come out, I think, 2025. I'm sure someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but 2025, I think. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I'm not too sure about those details, but please don't quote me on that. But I, for one, am excited about the sequel. So if I was going to give this film a rating out of 10, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. And I say 9 out of 10 because while the film is really good, it's not perfect. There's some pacing issues, I feel, and so maybe some unnecessary side plots that don't really need to be in there. But so a 9 out of 10, which is still really, really good in my eyes. So there we have it. Video number 2 done. Well, thanks for sitting through this. This one is going to be a little bit longer than my previous one because I really enjoyed the Batman. But thank you for sitting through it. I hope it's helped you decide whether to watch this film or not. Again, not everyone's cup of tea, but certainly my cup of tea. I love this film. So thank you for watching, and I'm hoping to do more videos in the very near future. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.